Hi, I'm Thomas with Believe in the Run.
And this is Robbe with Believe in the Run.
And today we're talking about ASICS Evoride.
So the ASICS Evoride is the third in the Ride series, following the ASICS Ride and the ASICS Glide Ride, which we reviewed last year.
The Ride series keeps getting better, and this was definitely my favorite in the Ride series. And this is just a really fun shoe to run in. It's one of those ones where you try to go do easy runs, and because of the shoe, you just keep picking up the pace.
Tell me a little bit about the upper.
Upper is pretty basic. It's a mesh upper. The structure really comes from this ASICS logo coming up that gives you that side grab that keeps your foot locked in. Pretty simple lace system, nice puffy tongue that you come to expect from a lot of the ASICS shoes, nice cushion collar that also is kind of a hallmark of the ASICS fit.
I mean, if there's one thing that ASICS does right, it's definitely the comfort of the upper.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best in the game.
The only thing I think people are going to have an issue with this is built more like a speed shoe, so it is a little snugger through the foot.
Okay.
So I hate to say it's narrow, because I don't think it's narrow, I just think it's more of a race day feel, like where it's like your foot doesn't move around a lot in the shoe. It keeps it nice and tight.
Cool. Let's move on to a little bit of the comfort of the shoe. What do you think about the midsole?
Well, it's the Flytefoam EVA midsole,
Which is a newer midsole for ASICS.
It is newer. They've had a few shots at it now. I mean, started off, I think the first one I remember was like the Roadhawk, and this does have a similar feel that it's a little firmer in the midsole. It's not exactly your soft, cushy, easy ride midsole. This one's firm, and it has some gel in the heel. I didn't really feel the gel in the heel. It's encapsulated.
I mean, it's ASICS. You gotta have the gel, right?
You gotta have the gel. I don't land on my heel. I land midfoot and then go forward, so I didn't really get the benefit from that. Maybe I'm getting some vibration control, but it wasn't really noticeable for me. What I did notice was, because of the firmness, it doesn't have a plate or anything in this shoe, but it has a pivot point right behind the toes, so that when you're coming through your stride and you land and you roll off that toe real quick, and you're gonna see on the bottom, we'll talk about the outsole, there's also a sticky rubber. It really has a nice flow through the stride that is a fast land and takeoff. You're not on your foot for a long time in this shoe.
Well, that's one of the things with the Ride series, is they're all rockered shoes.
The closest shoe that I can recall that has that fast feel off the toes is like a Newton that had the lugs there.
Okay.
So this has that feeling without the lugs.
It almost has that even like fingered pattern on the outsole.
A little bit, you're right. I didn't notice that before. Lots of rubber here in the forefoot, so that's really here for traction, durability. You have a little bit of exposed EVA here, and then again some high abrasion rubber on the areas where you're going to make contact with the ground that you're going to see somewhere. Overall, I have plenty of miles in these shoes. It looks brand new, pretty much.
So tell me more about more of the technical specs, the drop, and so on.
Well, for my size 10.5, it weighed 9.45 ounces and 268 grams. Okay. So, you know, it's in that not quite feather light range, but not heavy either.
Like a normal daily trainer range.
I think it's a lower end of the daily trainer.
Because if you went with the size 9, it'd be definitely below that 10 ounce mark.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the 9.
Yeah.
Low 9.
And the thing about it is this shoe feels fast. When you're running in it, I tried to do some of my easy runs, you know, because we're just trying to get miles on it to get the feel of the shoe. And I just would find myself picking up the pace just because it has that fast transition that all of a sudden it's a hard shoe to go slow in.
Nice.
So it also runs true to size. I had no issues with rubbing, no hot spots, anything. Actually fit really nice.
Nice. So what shoes would you compare this to?
Well, it falls into that range of the shoes that are fast day shoes that you can use as daily trainers. So I compare it to like the Vaz line from New Balance. I compare it to the Razor 3 from Skechers. I'd even go as far as to compare it to a faster shoe that's a daily trainer, the Boston from Adidas. Okay. And then finally, I would actually compare this a little bit to the Zoom Fly from Nike. It has that same kind of feel in the midsole setup that the Zoom Fly has.
Now, if you were to recommend this to someone, especially those out there that are in love with ASICS, how would you recommend that for, especially an ASICS lover?
I mean, an ASICS lover is really going to dig this shoe. It's actually going to make them feel really good. It's lighter than most of their daily trainers, lighter than most of the shoes they have out right now. You know, I might pair this with the Nimbus Light that we reviewed, because that has a really nice, comfortable, soft, cushy, bouncy ride, where this one's a little firmer, so you're going to want to use this one for faster days, your tempo runs, and then maybe for a little, you know, vacation for your legs, you throw on the Nimbus Light.
Gotcha. So I do think with this shoe, it is another step in the right direction for ASICS. We really like a lot of the stuff that's coming out for 2020. This is one of those new 2020 shoes that you can see is just kind of a new direction for ASICS that we're really digging.
So get out there and run. Before you get out there and run, wait, stretch. Oh wait, before you do that, might as well subscribe to us here on YouTube.
I mean, you should. Like us on Facebook.
Follow us on Instagram.
Do all those 3 things and you'll be happier in your life.
Yeah, good karma. See you soon. I'm not. He threw the shoe. He beat me to it. Here, Robbie, go long.
I caught it.
We don't have a prediction for the Super Bowl, by the way.